Ninth and last, postmodernity has a tendency to moral relativism. This idea that you essentially base right and wrong based upon yourself or perhaps upon society. This is not a rejection of modernity. This is in perfect harmony with modernity's ideals. Of course, the actual solution to this is to explain that Christianity is the most satisfying explanation for who we are, for where we come from, and where we are going. In other words, Christianity is able to show who God is and thus who we are, and thus who we should actually be. James K. Smith, who actually writes a remarkable work about postmodernity, and is able to kind of show some of the great hope in postmodern culture, connects it all to the incarnation, which is where we began this lesson in the first place. He says, quote, "Christian confession begins from the scandalous reality that God became flesh, and became flesh in a particular person, at a particular time, a particular place. And the affirmation of particularity is at the very heart of the incarnation, which is itself a reaffirmation of the particularity affirmed at creation." I know it sounds kind of confusing. His point is this: because Christ actually became a man, he's made us a particular people. The old phrase was a peculiar people. Because Christ has become man, he's made us a particular people for a particular place. In fact, one of the great emphases of postmodernity is upon community. It's upon local culture. It's upon arts. It's even, as James K. Smith points out, upon things like a recovery of liturgy, a recovery of things like traditions in terms of creeds. Not because it's an emphasis upon actually trying to do things that we've always done just because we've done them, because it's searching for something that goes beyond itself. It's not always the case. I mean, there is a great deal of postmodernity that wants to reject all traditions. But the point is this: when postmodernity, in its search for something beyond the explanations of modernity, is looking for something real, it often finds it in the traditions of the past through the faith alone. In fact, James K. Smith is able to recognize what he calls, quote, "an affirmation of liturgy and the arts and a commitment to place in local communities within the postmodern church."